Mark, are you ready? Let's get Ted and Adam first so we
Sure.
get rid of them.
Yes. Ted is here to present or give a presentation on some information I shared with you probably last month or maybe the month before on the radio system. Again, it's not the radio that's hanging on my side, it's not the radio that's in the car, it's the inner workings in the jail building upstairs or in the basement. So from here, I'll just turn it over to Ted. No decisions have to be made today. He's just providing additional information on top of what I've already brought and on top of what Adam has already brought. So,
Jim, you might want us, you're gonna get one in the eye for all that.
We have to use the screen. We couldn't get the TVs to work yesterday.
You couldn't?
No.
How long is this movie gonna take?
About 20 minutes.
Did you bring any popcorn?
For the record, I did bring donuts for the sheriff, okay?
For the sheriff.
Dollar alert, everybody.
Paul, can you, if you dim the slides a little, it helped just today. There you go.
Like Mark said, this is not decision day, this is information day. So I want to make sure you guys understand what's going on. What I'm passing around here is, this is the reason we're here today. XP has nothing to do with the manufacturer, is not supporting XP anymore. So if you have an XP machine at home, you're going to have to, when it fails, buy Windows 7. So this is the notice that the manufacturer put out, just so you know.
I
Just had
got
yesterday.
it.
Yeah. Is that okay, George? So this is just a notice to let you know that Zetron is can no longer support your consoles. What that means is, let me go a little further. You have a choice, okay? Which is unusual. Usually you have to replace stuff, okay? But today you have a choice. On the left is your system. On the right is a new system. The choice you have on your upgrade is the fact that your computer's towers are XP. We have to upgrade them to Windows 7. So if a computer goes down at one of the dispatch consoles today, we can't fix it. We can't get parts for the XP. So what that means is that position is out of service. You have a choice. We can take the same equipment and put Windows 7 on the machine. Now when you put Windows 7 on a machine, you also have to put the software that works the radios. So there's two softwares you have to put on. That was a little confusing yesterday. And please ask questions as I go through. This is an open dialogue. And then on the right is Windows 7 also, but it's IP based. Internet protocols. To make sure we're all on the same page, IP basically is just an address. You can think of it as a house address, you can think of it as any kind of an address. So say in IP world, all the new radios are IP compatible. So just like Bill's house address, I would poke in his address in this machine, and I'd poke Tom's address in the machine, and you guys are connected together through this network automatically. There's more advantages down below, I'll tell you. In the old world, I'd have to run a wire to you and connect you to a card. I run another wire. So everything's going IP. So the decision I think you need to think about is, do we upgrade the old system, which will work, or do we move into the new world to where everybody's going now, or you do it later? You're going to have to do it sometime, okay?
Question, Ted.
Yes.
The old system, how long have we had it?
2005.
Okay, and we go into this new system, what's it gonna be, 2018 or 15 or something? We're gonna have another new one?
You tell me how long Windows 7 is going to last. That's our problem. The old machine is still, if you don't go IP, say you're starting from scratch, I can sell you either one today. They're both active. Again, we're back to XP or Windows 7. Has nothing to do with us manufacturers. It's Microsoft that did this. Now, how long's XP been around? I can't answer. Does anybody know? It's been a while. Do you know, Scott?
About 12 years.
Okay. Typically on a dispatch console, you usually replace them 15 to 20 years. Is usually the average life of a console.
But Ted, wouldn't I be correct in saying that if you were to go to the replace option and have the Windows 7 there, the IP network, if Windows 7 needed to be upgraded, the IP network would not need to be upgraded?
That's absolutely correct.
It's more than likely that the future versions of Windows would work with the IP network.
That's correct. And probably you have a version 7 that work. You're absolutely right. You're right. We're just in an old world before, okay? There's nothing wrong with the old world, but you are right. So let me go a little further now. That's okay. Any other questions? So typically, on my pointer, typically the new system, if you see, we have 4 speakers. And on these 4 speakers, right here, in dispatch world, we have a select channel and we have unselect channels. So at the Sheriff's Department, if they have it homed in on the Sheriff's Department radio, it comes out of that speaker all the time. They never miss a conversation. Today we have 2 speakers, unselect and selected. Out of the unselected, we have, oh my gosh, 10 radios?
10 of
At
them.
least 10 radios come out of this one speaker. So as they're listening to the Sheriff's Department, they're listening to 10 other conversations come out of this one speaker. And they get garbled sometimes because they come out 2 or 3 times at once. In the new system, we can really put up to 8, okay? But we propose 4. So I can dedicate 3 channels to 3 speakers, so they never miss the conversation, and the 4th one is the unselected. So that's an advantage of the IP world, okay? But let me do a little video. You guys are not going, and I don't mean this bad, okay? Because this is so techy, but each one of you are going to catch something out of this. It's about a video of the future. This system is built from Windows ground up. So all the software was designed around Windows 7. If we go to the old system where I say we upgraded to Windows 7, well, we modified the system to work with Windows 7. Does that make sense? So all the other manufacturers have done the same thing. They've taken Windows 7 and used it with their old technology. Well, Zetron is on what they call the Nina board. And they saw this coming down the road, so they started developing this thing 3 years ago. So they developed this machine around Windows 7. So everything you'll see is Windows 7 compatible and feature-wise. But I think it's important, just so you know. I figure out where it's at.